Hey guys, welcome back to another video by Fully Informed Trade, or Fitrade for short, knowledge for everyone. My name is Alex Cho, and today I'm just going to go ahead and review the silver market, gold market, talk about the stocks in regards to those commodities, and basically just review the markets overall, talk about this week, how everything panned out, whether or not what I said did come out to be very profitable or not so profitable, whether or not buying into this pullback was a smart idea or not a smart idea. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. And yeah, for starters, let's go ahead and start reviewing the dollar index. Dollar index went ahead and traded somewhat flat right now. And you know what? When I talk about commodities and currencies, I'm not really too focused on that whole entire fiat thing, blah blah. I'm not really interested in any of that kind of stuff. And the main reason why is because it's kind of skewed. It's not really realistic. I don't think people will ever drop the dollar and call the dollar standard a retarded standard and they're going to go back to using silver and gold. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And the main reason why I don't think that's ever going to happen is because silver and gold can't be used to pay your taxes. So, and another thing is that you can transfer a dollar from bank account A to bank account B. Merchants will take a dollar, but would they ever trade a silver coin for whatever product they are selling? Chances are probably not. Another reason why I don't ever think silver will replace a fiat currency is because fiat is very flexible to global growth. And another thing is that currency can expand at the rate the global economy grows, whereas silver cannot. Silver is a very finite supply. There's only so much silver around, therefore it doesn't make a very good currency. The one thing about currency is that it has to follow wealth generation. Wealth generation and personal wealth generation are in fact very different things, and basically, personal wealth generation is basically based on appreciation, or you work at a job, or you build a business, and you're profitable. But from a macroeconomic standpoint, wealth generation is basically you hire employees, you market a product, you sometimes borrow money, that in turn increases the total currency supply, and sometimes consumers will borrow money. Therefore, that increases the total monetary supply. And overall, you increase the size of the economy by first hiring people, selling a marketable product that may be different from the competition, by increasing the monetary supply, and by overall increasing whether you make the markets more efficient. That's also a form of basically improving the economic pie, basically. But the thing is that the economy has to be very flexible. You can't use a silver or gold standard for that. You have to use a real fiat currency. It's just much more flexible. And yeah, so that's why I think fiat currencies are there to stay. Silver and gold, there's quite simply there are two flaws with it. One of them being is that it's not really a free market. I mean, silver and gold, yeah, you can buy it and sell it, but it's not as free of a market as foreign exchange is. And another thing is that currency can be created on demand or need. It's created passively through loans, through credit card loans. Money expands naturally based on the markets. Gold and silver is basically expanded at a rate somebody can pull gold and silver out of the earth. And even if we pulled out all the gold and silver out of the earth, there'd just be no way you can back all the transactions you'd have in a single day. It just wouldn't work, okay? All right? So again, that's my whole thing about currencies and commodities, where they actually stand in the real universe. I mean, I know other people out there create videos and say, oh, fiat currencies are a load of crap. Silver and gold is the way to go. If the world economy ever collapses, blah, blah, blah. And I'll tell you what, silver and gold won't save your hiney in the case the world economy collapses. It really wouldn't. Chances are there would be very limited food. There'd be no transportation infrastructure available because remember, crude oil is built on selling it for dollars. And if the whole world economy collapsed, guess what? You would never have crude oil at the gas station, so you couldn't even transport yourself. Food from agricultural crops would never reach the markets. People would be looting and plundering farms, I guess. And quite frankly, even if you had a farm and a gun and a bunch of food stacked up, You could never stop the hordes and hordes of people coming from those denser cities trying to find food. And they're going to pillage your farm, whether you have a 50 caliber or whatever it is you have. It would be worse in the Dark Ages after the Roman Empire collapsed, because our current economy relies on, first of all, efficient exchange more than ever before, efficient government more than ever before, and the ability for government to serve the social needs of the people while maintaining order and security, and also maintaining laws. Once you get rid of government, there's no such thing as law, and therefore that basically collapse is just about, that's, I guess, the best way to collapse the human race. It's not, you know, meteors coming out of the sky. It's nothing like that. It's the end of the global economy that would really destroy the human race. Regardless of whether you have silver or gold, piles of food, there would be no rules in that environment, and nothing would protect you. Even a gun or a pistol or whatever would only do so much. Now, because of that, that's my whole entire thesis upon gold and silver and the whole entire collapsing of the dollar and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in any of those theses, and even if you had gold and silver, if I had gold and silver, I wouldn't expect it to save my butt. Because in reality, I think that if things ever got that bad, you'd be living in a world of no rules. And no rules could be the worst thing. Nothing would save you. Unless if you, yeah, really, nothing would save you from that type of chaos. Now, let's go ahead and start by reviewing the silver market. Silver market did continue going higher. And basically, I like this area of support right here, $40. It held onto it nice and steady. And I was like, alright, this is a pretty good area to start buying. And, you know, people were like, oh, yeah, Alex, after you made your video on Sunday, silver did have a major pullback, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. It did have a pullback. I saw the comments. Believe it or not, guys, I read your comments. And basically, it did pull back. And I said, okay, this is a pretty good area to start buying again. And obviously, it worked out. As you guys can go ahead and see on the chart, it's already trading at new highs. New all-time highs on the dollar index is new 2011 lows. And basically, what you see right here is the dollar index making new 2011 lows. Whenever you see those type of movements, you basically keep on buying into silver. There's no reason why you shouldn't be buying into silver. And pretty much the gold spot also continued going higher on the dollar index, making new all-time 2011 lows, and this gold market did make new all-time highs. So again, you know, very easy to analyze that, and it's just currencies, guys. I mean, if and here's the thing about it is that what I really want you guys to watch out for in April is the Federal Reserve's April 26th and 27th meeting. That's April 26th to 27th. Basically, they're going to decide on whether they're going to change the interest rates, hike the interest rates, therefore making the dollar deflate, making the dollar index go up in value, therefore making silver go down in value. But basically, you got to watch out for April 26 or 27. And again, you know, you start seeing a change in language. And me personally, I did reduce my exposure to silver, even though I was making a decent profit off it. In fact, I'll show you the trades that I took and the trades that I just basically sold off on. But pretty much, you got to watch out for April 26 to 27. If the Federal Reserve comes out with rate hiking interest rates, or you see permanent open market operations coming to an end. And that's pretty much going to be very important to the FOMC meeting. Pretty much, you're going to see the dollar index rally. You're going to see the euro weaken to the U.S. dollar, and you're also going to see the dollar strengthen tremendously to the Chinese yuan, since it has, I guess, since the U.S. dollar has been losing some ground to the Chinese yuan. Of course, the Chinese government is going to keep on pushing down the value of the U.S. dollar and basically making the yuan strengthen just to stem inflation from their end and their own economy. But basically what I'm going to say right now is that silver has some room to go up until maybe April 24th, and then I'd get rid of my positions completely. If you guys are that type of risk taker who wants to take it to the very end, I'd basically get out of my position anywhere between April 24th to 25th and anticipate something going on between April 26th or 27th. Avoid it. Avoid buying into silver on those specific dates. A lot of people are going to be selling into it. They're going to get rid of their profits, and they're going to be wishing that you got rid of it before they did. So if you want to get rid of your position before they did, and if you don't want to be the bigger fool, get rid of your positions before that meeting, because chances are something bad can happen out of it, therefore ruining your profitability. Okay, so pretty much today I basically I actually was holding on some positions in the SLV, and basically I sold the SLV after buying it around give or take Wednesday or Thursday, which was pretty good. I mean, I did net a pretty decent profit, somewhere around there. But then I transitioned from the SLV into the AGQ, which is pretty much the ProShares Ultra Silver 2 times. Basically, you make 2 times the profit on silver. And basically, I bought into it right around here at the open, and I basically closed it once I saw some weakness right here. So I made a small profit on that. Of course, it came back towards the end of the day, but I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm a trader. You're never going to make all of the profit. And you know what? I'm glad I don't make all of the profit, because if I make just the right amount, just good enough, with the right risk to reward ratio, then that's good enough for me. And I weight my portfolio, and I mean WEIGHT, weight my portfolio in silver anywhere from 5 to 15%. It never gets above that. I don't like to expose myself to investments that are in the midst of a bubble. And you know what a bubble basically is a market being pushed up in valuation based upon irrationality. And the thing I want you guys to know is that I want you guys to still have exposure to silver, but I don't want you guys to have that same irrationality that other market participants may have. So again, let's go ahead and move on to a next chart, which is Pan American Silver. I did think that it was nice around here, but then it fell. That was a bad trade, but it did go down to the 50-day moving average. Silver has some more room to the upside. Therefore, I do like this. It bounced right off the 50-day moving average twice. It could go back up. And you know what? Since, you know, this was kind of a bad call on my end, you know, hopefully you guys did have a good trailing stop on it. I mean, I came back into Pan American Silver because I went off and bought into First Majestic Silver right when, you know, it's kind of interesting. Right around here, I saw First Majestic Silver, ticker symbol AG. You know, it was actually right around April 11th. I was like, all right, I'll just get rid of my position. And basically, April 11th, basically somewhere around, yeah. If I pull back a little bit, I was into this around April 13th. Was actually when I was kind of interested in it. It did go up, and I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. And pretty much I sold off my position in Pan American Silver right around that same time. Oh yeah, right. So I basically sold my position in Pan American Silver after making a moderate loss around April 11th or something like that. And if I look at the 5-day chart, what happened was that, you know, I ended up going into First Majestic Silver around April 14th, and I guess you could kind of say I just narrowly avoided the chokehold of Pan American Silver. Of course, if you're trading, guys, I always want you guys to know that you guys should have a trailing stop in place just so that you don't lose money. That's a very important thing, is that you don't want to lose as much money. You generally want to have like a 2 to 3% trailing stop, maybe even less. It depends on your trading style and the amount of risk to reward you're looking for. So again, First Majestic Silver did work out for me. I narrowly avoided, just very narrowly avoided Pan American Silver and getting killed on that trade. And I went back into Pan American Silver, believe it or not, just right around in this area right here. So again, I think Pan American Silver could have a pretty sizable bounce off the 50-day moving average, but only a limited one. I'm only anticipating it to go up to $40. And remember, markets in a downwards trend, they like to move something like this. They like to go up a little bit, and then they pull back, and then they go up a little bit, and they pull back. So basically, what I want you guys to anticipate is that I don't want you guys anticipating a double top. Even though silver is making new highs, I'm not seeing that same exact momentum out of these silver companies. So again, just look at the $40 level as your next area of resistance. Sell it right there. Don't hope for a double topping pattern. Chances are it might not even happen. Alright, take care, folks. I'll go ahead and see you guys next time. If you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a lot of great stuff. I'll have more videos in the coming weeks and months ahead. And also, check out the link right below for this exact charting software. Take care, folks, and I'll go ahead and see you all later.